ẹ bá sọ mo kí gbogbo wa pátápátá káàkiri ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa orí adé ọ̀run ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ ọbẹ̀ látòrí bàbá wa bàbá wa ọba ilẹ̀ Ògúnwùsì Ọ̀jájá mo sì fìlà fún gbogbo adé lápapọ̀ káàkiri gbogbo àwọn ọba pátápátá tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wípé àjíǹde ara kan máa jẹ́ kádé ọpẹ́ lórí lọ́kàn ní kése ọpẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ bí àwọn ẹ̀sìn ọba kan jẹ́ kẹrẹ ọpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ kó dọ́kínní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní bàjẹ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní dàrú gbẹ́mi sí ilé ètò a ò ní rí nílẹ̀ Yorùbá a ò ní rógun ọ̀wọ́ wẹ́wẹ̀wẹ́ tí ń wọlé tọ̀ wá wáyé Ọlọ́run bá kó fi sọ rẹ̀ kó fi sọ wa kó gbé wa lékè rẹ̀ kó gbé wa borí rẹ̀ àmì àṣẹ. Ká tó tẹ̀síwájú gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ti máa ń sọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe mi àwa tí a ò bá ti subscribe sórí channel yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ sí tàbá wa ta ti ń wò bọ́ látẹ̀yìn tó pé a ò mọ bá sì subscribe tàbá wa ta jẹ́ lóríire tàṣẹ ń bá fọ́nrán wa pàdé fídíò táwọn èèyàn gẹ́gẹ́ jẹ́ ká wò sàlẹ̀ rẹ̀ pátápátá lọ́wọ́ ọ̀tún á rè tí wọ́n kọ subscribe sí SUBSRIBE ẹ jẹ́ kára fi ká tẹ̀ lórí báyìí yóò wá parada yóò di subscribe SUBSRIBE yóò wá gbàgbé kéré kan sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́ tẹ aago yẹn parada yóò di mẹ́ta yóò wá tó wá látòtò wá sísàlẹ̀ tòkè pátápátá gangan ní ká tẹ̀ tí wọ́n kọ ìdọ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀sẹ̀gbẹ̀ rẹ̀ wọ́n kúnnú rẹ̀ dúdú wọ́n kún funfun níbi fóònù mi ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe yẹn nípa ti subscribe nìyẹn ilé wọ̀ náà wò ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ní bàjẹ́ tá a bá ti wá ń gbé fídíò jáde ìtanilólógbó ní notification yẹn a ní máa wá káàkiri tí ó fi máa wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ wa tá a fi máa rí wò ẹ ṣe gan. ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí mi fẹ́ ká fagùn púpọ̀ mo fẹ́ ká ṣe níwọ̀nba sókè ká lè tún rí ohun míì ṣe. àwa ọmọ Yorùbá pàápàá jùlọ àwọn bàbá wa orí adé ọ̀run ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ gbogbo àwa tá a jẹ́ àgbààgbà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àwa ni mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ kódà kọ̀yà àgbàlagbà gbàgbé kọ̀ yọ àwọn ọ̀dọ́ gangan sílẹ̀ o nítorí wípé àwọn ọ̀dọ́ òní gangan ní àgbà ọ̀la díàfọ̀ tán bàbá wa bá ń ṣe tí à ń wò wọ́n ti ń ṣe dáadáa iná làwọn ọmọ náà máa fi wò láti ṣe àríkọ́ṣe bàtà náà bá dépò àgbà ìlà máa fi ṣe ipò àgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní bàjẹ́ àmín. mo fẹ́ ká ṣe àkíyèsí dáadáa mo fẹ́ ká ṣàkíyèsí orílẹ̀-èdè tá a wà yìí à ń sọ wípé àjọ ni orílẹ̀-èdè ni à ń sọ pé àjọ ni orílẹ̀-èdè nìyẹn ìran Haúsá ìran Yorùbá àti ìran Ìgbò à ń sọ pé àjọ ni orílẹ̀-èdè ni wípé ìkankan náà ni gbogbo wa tó wá jẹ́ wípé bí a ṣe ń sọ yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló yẹ kó rí ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá wá gbé yẹ̀wò oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tó wá fi ń yé wa wípé kò dájú sáká wípé àwa ìran Yorùbá àbí Ìgbò ńlá ní orílẹ̀-èdè bí kì bá ṣe ìran àwọn Fúlàní bòròró ńlọ ní ìran orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tá a bá wò dáadáa tí mo fẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí gangan Ọlọ́run kó fi sọ rẹ̀ kó fi sọ wa kó dáàbò rẹ̀ kó fi bò wá ọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn báńdíìtì Boko Haram oríṣiríṣi orúkọ tí wọ́n ń fún wọn àwọn kan pè é lálákatakítí ẹ̀sìn gbogbo tí wọ́n lè kà á fún wọn a rí i pé àwọn náà ni wọ́n dúndùn wípé wọ́n ń da orílẹ̀-èdè yìí rú wọ́n ń ba orílẹ̀-èdè yìí jẹ́ tó wá jẹ́ wípé tá bá wá wò lọ tá bá wò bọ́ a rí i pé agbára ìjọba gangan ò ká wọn agbára ìjọba kò ká wọn gbogbo bá a ṣe wá ń pariwo tó tá à ń sọ lọ́tún tá à ń sọ lọ́sì a rí wípé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tá a bá wá ń wo gbọ́ wọn bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé ìjọba gangan wà lára gbogbo ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ láabi tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé ara àwọn tí a jọ ń ṣèjọba yìí náà wà lára wọn bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ wípé ara àwọn tó jẹ́ abẹnú láàrin àwọn bòròró Fúlàní yìí gangan wọ́n wà lára àwọn tí bí agbódegbà fáwọn onísùnmọ̀mí àwọn èèyàn burúkú yìí ọwọ́ fi ń jẹ́ wípé àti ṣe àṣeyọrí fúnjọba àpapọ̀ láti pé kí wọ́n borí àwọn onísùnmọ̀mí àwọn Boko Haram àwọn báńdíìtì yìí kò rọrùn rárá kódà ó nira láti ṣe nítorí wípé ìgbà tí ara àwọn tí a jọ ń ṣe ìjọba àlẹ́jẹ́ lè bá ṣe ń wú gbọ́ wípé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn náà lọ jẹ́ bàbá àṣàlẹ̀ fún àwọn tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ láabi yìí bó ló ṣe wáá fẹ́ rọrùn fún ìjọba láti rí wọn mú kódà bí táà tó ń gbọ́ ọdẹ gan tó fi máwọn ológun gan wọn ní pé kò dájú sáká pé àwọn ológun gan ò ní ọwọ́ sí i ìyá òkè bó làwọn ológun sì lè lọ́wọ́ sí i tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n ń pa lára àwọn ológun náà wọ́n ní kò mí ni o nítorí wípé ṣé bá ní àwọn ọmọ ológun lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí tó jẹ́ wípé bíjọba bá pàṣẹ fún wọn wípé nǹkan báyìí wọ́n ṣègbésẹ̀ lórí rẹ̀ láti jẹ́ pé kí wọ́n mú wálẹ̀ pápápá wọ́n ní orílẹ̀‐èdè kan ṣe ń fèsì orílẹ̀‐èdè kejì lọ́jọ́ máa bára wọn ja ogun káwá tó wípé ti àwọn báńdíìtì tí wọn pọ̀ tó orílẹ̀‐èdè tí orílẹ̀‐èdè ó wá nira fún orílẹ̀‐èdè láti kápá wọn tó jẹ́ pé àárín wa náà wọ́n sì ń gbé àjọ ń jẹ àjọ mu náà ni àjọ wà náà ni bí wọ́n pa nǹkan pariwo pé inú gbó wọn gbé pọ̀ tí inú orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí náà sá ni orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ní máàpù ó sì níbi tí wọ́n lè wá wọn sí kódà máa fẹ́ ju bọ́ọ̀bù sáàrin bẹ̀ onímẹ̀sẹ̀ lè rìn tí wọ́n fi ju bọ́ọ̀bù sáàrin bẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ wọ́n wá sí àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn ní ọ̀nà tọ́tọ́ lọ́nà tó yẹ àbí wọn ò ṣe é rí i pé wọn ò ṣe é tó wá mú pé nísìnyí ìyàwó tí à ń gbé south west àtà ń gbélẹ̀ yorùbá àwọn tá ń gbélẹ̀ ibo káàkiri àwọn tá wà nísàlẹ̀ ẹ rí i pé àwọn àríwá lọ́wà lókè máàpù wa ó wá jẹ́ pé tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ à ń wò wípé òkè ọya ní ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bọ̀ nísìnyí ẹ rí i pé ó ti wọlé tọ̀ wá gidigbe tó wá jẹ́ wípé ẹ má jẹ́ ká tara wa ọkọ̀ oníkálukú ọ̀balẹ̀ mọ́ tá a bá wo ìlú Kwara ń sìn wọ́n ti wọ̀lú Kwara àwọn tí ń lọ ló ti ń lọ bí ìlú Ògùn tí wọ́n ti tú mbẹ̀ yẹn ó ti ń lọ bí ìlú Ògùn tí wọ́n ti tú àwọn yìí ń gbé ìbọn oríṣiríṣi tí àwọn ọmọ ológun orílẹ̀-èdè yìí gangan ò nírú rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ń gbé dání ọta tí wọ́n ń lò ìbò wọn ti ń rí ìbọn tí wọ́n ń lò ìbò ni wọ́n ti ń rí ó wá jẹ́ ohun ìyàlẹ́nu fún gbogbo wa ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ pàkíyèsí wa sí gangan ò ní wípé àkíyèsí tí mo wá fẹ́ pa wá sí gangan ní àwa tá a jẹ́ bàbá wa orí adé ọrùn ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ ó ní wípé kí ni àfojúsùn wa fọjọ́ iwájú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí nítorí pé tá bá wò lọ́sìn tá bá wò bọ́ sí gbogbo nǹkan ogun pátápátá ńlá wọn táwọn wípé kọ̀gbọ́n yìí lábẹ́ ẹ̀sìn lábẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ lábẹ́ wá lábẹ́ ẹ̀yìn lábẹ́ tòṣèlú gbogbo nǹkan ogun wa pátá ìní àti kó sọ́dọ̀ ní òkè ọya tilẹ̀ Ìgbò ni o tilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni o ti middle belt ni o wọ́n ti kó gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn tó jẹ́ wípé gbogbo nǹkan ogun tó lédè yìí ní pátá ọ̀dọ̀ wọn pátá ni gbogbo ẹ̀ wà tí wọ́n bá mú àwọn ọ̀daràn kan lónìí tí wọ́n gba ọta lọ́wọ́ wọn tí wọ́n gba àbárẹ́pẹtẹ lọ́wọ́ wọn ibẹ̀ náà wọ́n ń kó lọ ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń kó lọ tí wọ́n fi ń yé wa wípé bí wàhálà bá tiẹ̀ wá dé kí la fẹ́ fi jà ń bì ǹjẹ́ àwa gangan ńlá ni orílẹ̀-èdè yìí báyìí já wà lára àwọn tó lo orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ǹjẹ́ nu wá ranlẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ogun tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí a wà rí wípé tá a bá ní tanra wa àìsáré ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí àìsàn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí rárá torí pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ́ kó jẹ́ nǹkan ẹ̀tọ́ tí wọ́n pín tẹ́lẹ̀ nǹkan ogun wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ó wà nílẹ̀ Ìgbò ó wà nílẹ̀ Haúsá gbogbo ẹ̀ ni wọ́n kó papọ̀ pátápátá tí wọ́n kó lọ sókè ọya tí wọ́n fi ń jẹ́ pé láyé ìgbà Ọbásanjọ́ gan tá a nírètí wípé yóò dá wọn nǹkan ogun yìí padà síbi tó yẹ kí ìkọ̀ọ̀kan wọn wà bàbá yìí ò ṣe é torí kúrò ń bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ayé ọmọ Yorùbá mi látún wà yín sìn yìí ìyẹn bàbá wa Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu bàbá ń ṣe gudugu méje wọ́n ń ṣe ẹ̀yà mẹ́fà a tún mú fídíò mi bọ̀ wá tá a tún ṣe ọ̀tọ̀ ribiribi nípa bàbá ṣùgbọ́n lásìkò tá a wà yín sìn jẹ́ bàbá gangan ṣé wọ́n ṣe ọ̀nà ṣé wọ́n ṣègbésẹ̀ láti fi jẹ́ wípé gbogbo àwọn nǹkan ogun wa èyí tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí ìjọba pín sílẹ̀ Yorùbá èyí tó wà nílẹ̀ Ìgbò tí wọ́n pín síbẹ̀ ìtẹ́kọ̀ àmìdúbẹ̀ tí wọ́n pín síbẹ̀ tilẹ̀ Haúsá tó wá jẹ́ pójú kan nílẹ̀ Haúsá ni wọ́n dá gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti dá a padà wá síbi tí wọ́n ti kó wọn ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti tún rà sí i ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ń rán àwọn ọmọ ogun lọ sí kọ́ọ̀sì lọ training lọ sẹ́mínà láti fi jẹ́ wípé wọ́n tún já kíkanjú sí lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ wa yìí ní lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ogun yìí á wà rí wípé gbogbo nǹkan ogun yìí pátápátá àwọn ti sọ ọ́ di tiwọn lọ́hùn kọ́dà ẹ̀ má jẹ́ ká tanra wa ìjọba ológun yìí wọ́n ti dì í mọ́wọ́ pé ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn ni gbogbo ẹ̀ka tó jẹ́ ti tìjọba níbi iṣẹ́ ọmọ ológun tọlọ́pàá ni navy ni kọ́sítọ́ọ̀mù ni láńsọjà ni ogbó ìtọ́wá lè wù kó jẹ́ á wà rí wípé wọ́n ti sọ ọ́ di tara wọn wọ́n á hùwà burúkú wọ́n á pààyàn wọ́n ó gbé wọn lọ sí àgọ́ ọlọ́pàá wọ́n sì fẹnu sọ wọn ó kúrò ńbẹ̀ ìtọ́sẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹni yóò tún ṣẹlẹ̀ ládùúgbò mi gbọ́ bá tún yá tí wọ́n tún pààyàn tẹ́ bá tún pààyàn tẹ́ tó dàgọ́ ọlọ́pàá ẹnu náà wọ́n fi sọ wọ́n kúrò ń bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé tí ìran Ìgbò bá dán wò tí ìran Yorùbá bá dán wò wàhálà gidi ni ẹ wo bí ẹ ṣe ń kó nǹkan ogun káàkiri ìbá ọ̀tá ẹ wo bí ẹ ṣe ń rí lọ́wọ́ wọn káàkiri ẹ wo bí ẹ ṣe ń rí lọ́wọ́ wọn ṣùgbọ́n ṣé Yorùbá wá ní agbára rẹ̀ láti gbé ìbọn dání láti mọ́ta dání láyè tí wàá ń bì kódà bí ìsayọ̀ ká wà ní Haúsá tàbí ilẹ̀ Ìgbò sá lágbára àbí òlẹ́bíbò lágbára rẹ̀ ẹ wà rí páwọn àríwá yìí nìkan iná ni wọ́n lágbára rẹ̀ tíjọ́ agbára ìjọba ò sì ká wọn láti mú wọn láti dájọ́ tó yẹ láti ṣètò tọ́tọ́ lórí wọn mo fi ń sọ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ wa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ó gbà fura ó gba ìfura tọ́tọ́ ó sì gbà fura tọ́ nítorí wípé ẹ wo ìrìn tí àwọn Yorùbá nation afẹ́kílẹ̀ Yorùbá dá dúró kó dá dúró ẹ wo iṣẹ́ ribi tí bàbá wa ń ṣe bàbá wa Professor Banji Akíntóyè kí àgbọ̀dálẹ́ bàbá wa Olóyè Sunday Adéníyì ẹ̀mọ́ èké Igboho Oosha kágbọ̀dálẹ́ dẹ̀ bàbá wa Olóyè Koiki Media àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tí àwọn èèyàn ribiribi tí àwọn alágbára takuntakun tá a dúró lórí wípé a fẹ́ kí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí kó pín káwọ ọmọ Yorùbá ká dá dúró láyè tiwa káwùsá kó dá dúró láyè tiwọn kí Ìgbò dá dúró láyè tiwọn pàápàá jùlọ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ká yọ kó mẹ́ a wà rí i pé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tá à ń gbé yìí gbogbo iṣẹ́ takuntakun tán bàbá wa ń ṣe táwa náà ń tẹ̀lé wọn lẹ́yìn tá a jọ ń ṣe yìí ibo ni wọ́n padà yí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí báyìí bàbá wo lóye tí Sunday Adéníyì ẹ̀mọ́ èké Ìgbòho Oosha ẹ rí i pé wọ́n ti sọ bàbá di kírímínà gbogbo ntọ́ jẹ́ ẹ̀tọ́ bàbá àkáǹtì bàbá ni o ìwá ni ẹ̀yìn ni wọ́n ti gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n forúkọ burúkú lé lórí àwọn báńdíìtì tí wọ́n ń pààyàn ń gbogbo ìgbà tí wọ́n ń tú ìlú tí wọ́n ń pààyàn tí wọ́n ń ba dúkìá jẹ́ tí wọ́n ń run oko tí wọ́n ń kó dúkìá lọ tí wọ́n ń kó àwọn òbí tí wọ́n ń bá wọn sùn tí wọ́n ń sọ wọn daṣẹ́wó kalẹ̀ yìí tí wọ́n ń pa àwọn èèyàn bó ṣe wù wọ́n yìí tíjọba ò sì rí nǹkan kan ṣe lórí wọn ẹ wo Nnamdi Kanu ẹ̀tọ́ pé Biafra fẹ́ dá dúró ni wọ́n ń jà fún ẹ wo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe mú mọ́lẹ̀ ẹ wo Sowore lórí campaign tó náà ń ṣe káàkiri láti fi jẹ́ wípé wọ́n fi Kanu kalẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan lọ gbogbo ti yẹ déédéé gbogbo ti yẹ kó lọ ẹ rí i pé wọ́n ń gbé lẹ́mẹ̀wá ni wọ́n ń jùlẹ̀ ẹ wo àárín yẹn sìn báyìí tí wàá fi ń yé wa wípé ǹjẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí gangan tá a wà yìí ṣé Yorùbá lónìí ni Sáúsá lónìí ni ṣé Ìgbò lónìí àbí Middle Belt ẹ wá rí wípé láì ní fòlùlù fọhùn láì ní parọ́ Haúsá ló lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí àwọn bòròró yìí ló ní àwọn ló lórílẹ̀-èdè torí pé gbogbo nǹkan pátápátá tó jẹ́ nǹkan ogun wa ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ló wà gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n sì ń pínlẹ̀ àwọn alágbàákò tí ń dà lóru yìí ibo ni wọ́n ti ń rí gbogbo àwọn irinṣẹ́ ńláńláńlá tí wọ́n ń lò yìí ibo ni wọ́n ti ń rí láì sọ ọmọ ológun àwọn ológun gan èèyàn sáyìn kó tó gbà jáde àti gbà jáde gan máa ń ka àwọn gan láyà torí wípé tó o bá gbà o gbọ́dọ̀ dá padà kì í ṣe pé tiẹ̀ ni o sì gbọ́dọ̀ bá jẹ́ kó sì gbọ́dọ̀ sọnù o sì gbọ́dọ̀ gbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ gbogbo orú nǹkan báyìí ó ṣe pàtàkì ó ṣe kókó ẹwà rí yẹn sí báyìí táwọn wá ń gbé káàkiri tí wọ́n fi ń ṣe fọ́nrán jáde tí wọ́n ń fọ́n jáde tí wọ́n sì ń rojú wọn tí wọ́n sì ń rí ìlú tí wọ́n wà tí agbára ò sì ká wọn láti mú wọn ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ ká tẹ̀lé mi ká lọ láti tún gbọ́ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ tí ń lọ yìí látún ti gbọ́ fún àwa tí a gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa ká tún gbọ́ lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ká mọ̀ tí ń lọ wípé orílẹ̀-èdè yìí gangan tá a wà yìí ẹ má jẹ́ ká tara wa òróró lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí gbogbo nǹkan ogun wa pátápátá ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ló sì wà ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ló wà ẹ tẹ̀lé mi ká lọ gbọ́ fídíò yìí bó bá ṣe wá rí lọ́kàn wa ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́mẹ́ǹtì ẹ jẹ́ ká share fídíò yìí jáde kọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ kó ní kó tún lè rí kó lè rí wò kó lè rí gbọ́.
Ammunition. If you know the amount of weapons, the amount of artillery these northern state actors have in their possession, you will know that we are not safe in southern Nigeria. I repeat, if you know the amount of ammunition these northern state actors, Boko Haram, ISWAP, Fulani bandits, Mietiala, if you know the amount of artillery and weapons they have in their possession, you will know that you are not safe in southern Nigeria. An average northern Muslim sees Nigeria as an Islamic country. I repeat, Fulani conquered northern Nigeria, sees Nigeria as a whole as an Islamic country. Whether they are professors, whether they are politicians, whether they are traditional rulers, whether they are religious leaders, they all see Nigeria as an Islamic country. That is why in southern Nigeria, we need to be worried. The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, cannot stop the insecurity that is going on in northern Nigeria because it is ideology based. These people, it is their destiny to push for jihad in Nigeria. They did it in Iran. They did it in Turkey. Turkey was once a Christian country, but now it is an Islamic-led country. Look at Iran. Largely Christians, but it is an Islamic regime that is ruling Iran. So don't think that you are safe in southern Nigeria. You know, we in southern Nigeria, we believe that we are okay. If you live in a forest and your surrounding, you have wild animals, you might be safe in that your space. But so far there are wild animals surrounding you. You are not safe. We are all bound by a constitution. They call us one Nigeria. We share the same budget. We share the same military. We share the same allocation. We share the same constitution. That is why you need to be worried as a southerner. The kind of ammunition, the artillery these people have at their possession, you should know that you are not safe in southern Nigeria. What is their aim? Their aim is to push for Islamization. Their jihad will be pushed systematically to the sea, from the north to the south. You can see what is going on in northern Nigeria today. That is why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has to restructure the Nigerian military. You saw what happened with Wike and that military officer. If it were a southerner, at least they will have shut him down. But you see, northerners still have influence in our military. Till today, they have influence. And whatever way they can push that their Uthman Danfodio ideology. I told you, whether it is politician or Atiku or El-Rufai, whether it is religious leader, Sultan of Sokoto or Gumi, whether it is professors, academicians, they are all seeing Nigeria from the lens of an Islamic country, if not yet to be. They don't see Nigeria as a secular country. The Minister of Information they asked him a question. Is Nigeria an Islamic whatever? He said Nigeria is a multi-religious country. He did not say that Nigeria is a secular country. In the right sense, Nigeria is supposed to be a secular country. But these people, no matter the position they find themselves, they see Nigeria as an Islamic country, whether you like it or not. Don't let anybody gaslight you. Look at what's happening in Sudan today. South Sudan and the other part. Look at the ethnic killings. You see, what is going on in Nigeria is even small compared to what is going on in Sudan. What is going on in Sudan is not even televised. Social media never carry them yet. The killings, the same thing, because of oil and the Nile, oil and the sea. You see, the bandits and all these other terrorists are pushing from the north. They are intensifying their efforts. There's a video of a young man speaking Hausa. He said that an aircraft is taking people and dropping them around Kogi State. They want to turn Kogi to Zamfara. You think that Tinubu can stop these guys? You think that Tinubu can stop their ideology? How did Boko Haram start? Boko Haram was like, normal. An average politician in Nigeria have their boys, have a group that they used to do their dirty jobs. Even local government chairman, even councillor get your own boys. So, northern politicians created Boko Haram for that, to use it and intimidate every other political figure, whether they are Christians or whether whoever they are. Before Boko Haram now turned to another thing, they used Boko Haram for a national thing. Boko Haram was created for intimidation of political opponents. Now, Boko Haram has gone international. So, Boko Haram, these bandits, are their political tools they use in their conquest. These politicians, you think that America can come in and solve the issue of Boko Haram and ISWAP? You see, in the military, in the system, in the agencies of government, politicians, governors, in northern Nigeria, all of them, most of them, they are sympathizers with these guys. On video, a religious leader came out to say that these people are our brothers and sisters in the bush. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it means? Do you know how respected these religious leaders and traditional rulers are in northern Nigeria? And they come out to make that statement, everybody will say yes. It tells you how difficult it is for a Tinubu to stop insecurity. Anybody that comes to tell you in 2027 or 2026, when they are doing protests or campaign, that I will solve insecurity, that person is dreaming. even America itself, even though they land in Nigeria today, the only thing they can do is that they can decimate these guys, push them back, and weaken them. See, these guys have sponsors all over the world. You can see the kind of weapon and ammunition they have with them. You can see the kind of, and you think you are safe in southern Nigeria. When I talk about restructuring, I know what I'm saying. When I talk about the presidency uniting the South, it is not about party. I be Labour Party. See, the biggest problem we have, I've said it, we have identified it. When it happens, you know, in Turkey, we have professors, we have people that can speak BB grammar. In the South here, many people want to be politically correct. Yes, this is what it is. This is how it is. They cannot do this. They cannot do that. Are you not shocked that, despite the fact that you have spent trillions of naira, they have sacked generals. They have replaced them with new generals. Still, they cannot stop insecurity. Are you not shocked at that? Despite the fact that the campaign against these guys, the meetings upon meetings, one government come, another government go, they could not still stop these guys. And these guys are, even now, they kill and they put it on video. They put it on video and share it. Most of them are not hiding their faces. They are being emboldened. How do you think these things are happening? And you think they are safe in southern Nigeria, that it's not going to get to southern Nigeria? Wait. If you look around you, if you are living in the south, look around you, especially in the southwest. Especially in the southwest. Not even Lagos. In Lagos, you see that they have numbers, left, right, center. Have you witnessed a fight between these Hausas and the Yorubas? Have you witnessed all this fight? Hausa will kill somebody today, tomorrow they will go station, they will resolve them. Like nothing ever happened. It's not going to cause an ethnic whatever. They have leaders that will come and quench everything down. Next 3 months, they will still do the same thing in another area. These guys, they are creating sleeper cells. And you think it's just normal, it's just small. They are understanding your environment. They are adapting with you. Some of them will start learning your language, speak your language, be with you. And they start doing business with you. They don't enter you. But the ultimate is that they see Nigeria as an Islamic country. And they will do everything in their power. If you have been where they are indoctrinating these guys, in some of their mosques, where their clerics are indoctrinating them, if you hear what they say, you know that there's nothing like one Nigeria. You that you are wearing tie and suit, you are in that blue chip company. Very soon, when it happens, they will send a CEO that will push some extremist policies in your office. You're going to do your normal to know, but there are some levels you will not get to. Have you done your research about the Nigerian military? Some politics that go on in Nigerian military. In the northern part of this country, if you want to, those ones that have been conquered by Fulani, let's say the core north, as an Hausa person, there are some privileges you will not get. As an Hausa person, that you are not even Muslim, and you are not Fulani, there's some privileges the Fulani will get, you will not get. It is not written. It is something that the politics they play within. You think it's not going to affect you? Just wait. I just gave you an example of Turkey. Look at Iran today. They call it the Islamic regime. Most Christians are against the Islamic regime. But what can they do in our 21st century? You think that the constitution is this? The constitution today is not like those days. You go sit down for there. People in today, they send people out of their ancestral homes. Today, in your sophisticated Nigeria, people they leave their ancestral homes. They kill people. They put up with all the technology we have in the whole world today. These people with their little things they have, they kill people. They put it on video. They spread it all over Africa. And yet your technology, your English, your sophisticated whatever it is, could not stop them. Instead of us to tell ourselves the reality, we need to go back home and put our homes in order. See, this voice is crying and is crying. And one day you may not have the opportunity to listen to such cries again. It may be too late if you don't. You see, lackadaisical attitude is part of the black. The black man has lackadaisical attitude. I don't care attitude. Until push comes to shove. Until that minute you see a black man rushing. Pity. They'll be emotional. They like emotion too much. Now it is time for people in the southeast, people in the southwest South. Protect your borders. Because you are bound by one constitution. You are bound by one influence. You are bound by one president. One commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Yes. If a Fulani enter there today, your Lagos State or your Anambra or wherever you come from is just as good as. Look at what Tinubu is doing. Look at the template Tinubu is leaving for future leaders. If somebody becomes president, he go look, okay, see how Tinubu do this. So, that's how they will now study how Tinubu was able to capture a whole lot of things. They might not do it as Tinubu, but you see a lot of impunity. That is the legacy Tinubu is leaving for governance today. Look at Obasanjo started it as a civilian president, Muslim. Now Tinubu has come to take it to another level. So if a Fulani man enter today, you think that you are safe where you are. Should be somebody secretly wanted to register Nigeria or have already registered Nigeria at the Organization of Islamic Countries. Somebody secretly did so. And that person will come out and become a liberal person. They ask Shetima say, is it my PA? It's an Igbo man. This Fulani, they'll be doing something extremist behind the back. Extremism in high grade and high level. They'll not bring they'll not carry Igbo person or Yoruba person as their PA or this and that. You know, when they want to attack an Igbo man, they use an Igbo man. They remove succession. They remove referendum. They use an Igbo man. So that it will look so perfect in their eyes. It looks so perfect. When they wanted to give power to the emirs, to the northern part of this country, they used an Igbo man, Zeke, because Zeke was greedy for power. A typical Igbo man, greedy. He was self-centered. He wanted to be called the name. He loved. They just gave him a ceremonial position so that he can hand over power to the north. And this is where we are today. Look at the Igbos, relegated politically. They cannot come together and have a consensus. Form a block. Everybody is doing individual, individual. You cannot achieve anything as an individual. So in Nigeria today, if you are now worried, you know, say an average Nigerian, he does not care. So far he can eat, he can drink, he can sleep with woman, he can give birth to children, he can see work, he can build house, he can go to party, he can chop amala, chop nkwobi, chop ofensala. He's okay. Marry wives. He's okay. That is his own. He does not look at posterity. He does not look at a legacy. Because legacy keeps generation alive. As a man, okay, let's use a forest with so many wild animals. You go to a place, you secure a place for yourself in that forest. But your neighbors, you have wild animals. But you're not concerned about your neighbors. The snakes, the lions that are breathing, that are healthy and breathing. You're not concerned about it. You are concerned about what you can provide for yourself, how you can be able to sustain yourself within the small space you find yourself. You forget that one day you have a visit. They will come and take you and take over. So if you are a Southerners, if we have that mentality of we are okay, we wait where we are. So far, you know, come Lagos. So far, you know, come here. You know, come Anambra. Nnamdi Kanu created ESN to push these guys out. And he yielded, you know, at the point in time, there were killings upon killings. And some people were saying that the military were complicit. The military were shooting these guys. Now, there's a change in the whole restructuring of the military. Southern Nigeria needs to use that opportunity today to fortify itself and push for a system that will, at least for a longer time, they will be able to preserve themselves. Because from now to the next 1,000 years, these people will not stop. Hello? Until Jesus comes. From now to the next 1,000 years, these people will not stop at what it is. You see, it is their make. It is the orientation they have from when they were giving birth to. That they own Nigeria. They own this expanse of land. If you go to the map, you see where the Fulani and the jihadists have mapped out that it belongs to their forefathers. Everybody have their own history. Fulani get their own history. They tell themselves the history. The Yoruba people have their own history. The Igbo people have their own history. So it is the person that can implement his history over the other person. You see, normally they will go to a place, they will conquer the place, they will change the name. Now their history, they will now write about that place. Their forefathers came to this place, nobody was there. You see, our history in Africa, the lie where they there, history, what they tell ourselves, the lie. That's why most times, Most of this history that they tell us, I don't believe. They say somebody came from heaven. I don't believe that one. I don't believe that one. I refuse to immerse myself in that kind of knowledge. However, there are folk tales or whatever, legendary tales. Maybe that we can accept that. So that is what it is. Whether from now to the next 2,000 years, these people are consistent in what they are doing. They don't care how powerful Tinubu is. Tinubu shocked them a bit. Shocked them. Most of them are laying low. They are playing. See, they are playing the long game. See, without power, they cannot function. Most of them are just laying low, watching, trying to fit in, so that if there are people attacking outside, there will be people inside to also steer surprise attack from inside. Attacking outside and surprise attack from inside. So that's the plan. The government of the day needs to be vigilant. You know, say, I like as things they happen like this, so that some people will think say Nigeria is one. They go realize, you know, some people are stubborn. You know, an average black man, maybe they look at me as a small boy. What is this small boy saying? Do you know how old I am? Like what Fike was telling that officer. When I graduated, you are still in primary school. That is what they used to gaslight themselves, so that they cannot face reality, so that they will not be accountable. We evade accountability using all these indices of I senior you, I feel born you, and this and that. You feel born me. You know they preserve culture. You know they preserve. You know they protect anybody. Okay, look at our communities that have been attacked by the bandits. First people to run now traditional rulers. Now them be the custodian of the whole place. Now then they get all the names now. Now then they get first people to run for their lives. Imagine a report I read that an Oba fly fence. He took off, he fly fence an Oba with his regalia. I don't know whether he had his regalia on then. He fly fence to protect his life. Now the same people go come and gaslight you about one Nigeria. You see, churches, we cannot protect. Our prayers have not been able to protect. We have prayed, but the action, we have not put the action. We are looking for somebody else to act on our behalf. So when that insecurity comes into the place, pastors are running away. Running away. Leave members. Let everybody take off. These are the people that will come tomorrow and start gaslighting you. Do you know how anointed, how I'm this, and don't see. African and gaslighting has not produced anything for Africa. You refuse to take account. You refuse to be accountable for your actions, irrespective of your age. So what I'm saying is that some people will come back to realize what I've been saying over the years, that this Nigeria, if we don't take time, you see Sudan. Go and read about Sudan. What's going on in Sudan today? Go and read about it's just like Nigeria, just like Sudan. The difference is that we have some kind of we are well positioned in a way. Some cultural similarities, like we have entered ourselves in a way. Some people, we have an elite that agrees to come together, whether they are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. We have an elite that agrees to come together to just steal the resources and everything, and they have that agreement with them. But there's nothing different. Nothing different. Imagine Southern Nigeria go do their own. Now then they feed the country. Now then they make the country survive. The same Southern Nigeria. Some people from Northern Nigeria will just sit down one day. How can I destroy these people? Your own is, instead of you to be productive, what is I don't know. The Fulani, what do they contribute to this current this mere geographical expression called Nigeria? What is their contribution? Is it not insecurity, pain and suffering, killings and kidnapping? What is their contribution? Southern Nigeria will just do their own. In Southern Nigeria, will just start to go their own. Some people just want to destroy us. What? They want to take away, want to turn us to slaves, take away our identity. Mind you, even during the slave trade, after the US and West say they have abolished slave trade, they have abolished slave trade, these Islamic jihadists were still taking slaves. Slave trade is not be here. Even the Muhammad, they had slaves. Yes. So not be today. They will never rest. It's like there's a spirit on them. They will never rest. And if you think you are safe in Southern Nigeria, be my guest. When they enter Ogun State, now that you go know how far. Some of you are sitting in office, in AC office. You have never taken your time to go through the villages. Take your time to just go through village. Just take a tour to villages, to places and everything. You see what is going on. You see how porous you are. You think that you have military, you have security that can secure you. Security that is even compromised. Security that is compromised. Okay, there's a story. When they kidnapped the Chibok girls, the US sent people to gas that place that these guys were. They sent a technology. I will not even give you the full story. Just get the idea. They sent a technology to go and gas those people out, where those people, they were holding those children. That was an intel. When they got there, they saw that those people were wearing this gas on their face. Who gave them the information? Who gave them the information? People at the top military command are the ones that give them information. So with your porous military, with your compromised military, do you think that they can save you? If you like, don't think on how you can survive in today's Nigeria. You think that nothing is happening. Nothing is happening, Abdi. Nothing is happening. When it happened now, you say, how did we come here? How did we come here? How did we come here? This was carry knock some people. May God help Nigerians.